Here are some things people don't tell you about living in Savannah, Georgia. One of the first things is Savannah is a small city. One of the things we say is that we're a big town, small city. And what I mean about that is whenever you're out and about doing something, I guarantee you will run into somebody that you know. Or you're going to run into somebody that knows somebody that you know. It is so small here, and everybody has some sort of connection, which is incredible. So whenever you're out and you're talking to somebody, I guarantee you guys have a mutual friend somehow and you immediately connect, which is awesome. So be aware that wherever you go, there might be a chance that you run into someone, but it's also a great way to meet more people. Number 2, traffic wise. So we don't have a lot of bad downtown car traffic, only at certain times a day, like Victory right by Truman at 5 p.m. is a total wreck. But when you go downtown, it's not too bad of traffic, which is nice. The traffic, however, is within the pedestrians. A lot of the pedestrians are walking, so you got to stop for them, and then you got to wait. For example, when you're on Liberty and Bull, there's no stop sign, but whenever there's a pedestrian, you got to stop and wait for them. When you're going around the squares as well, there's so many pedestrians depending on the time of day, so that could cause some traffic. So it's not usually from the cars, it's usually from all the tourists and pedestrians. Speaking of squares, there are a lot of one-ways in Savannah. You have no idea the amount of people that I have seen drive the other way on a one-way. For example, on Whitaker Street or Drayton Street, or for example, going around the squares, you can only go one way. So that is something that you need to be aware about before going to Savannah. Number 4 are our love of coffee shops. I swear there's a coffee shop on every single corner. There's Foxy Loxy, there's Franklin's, there is Origin, there's Savannah Coffee Roasters, there is Perk, there is the Paris Market. The list goes on and on. I guarantee whenever you're in Savannah, there will be a coffee shop and on every single corner, and they're all amazing. My personal favorite is Franklin's though. Number 5 is the weather. So there's a lot of stuff regarding weather. Everybody knows that Savannah gets hot and that it's beautiful all year round. But in the summer, it gets super humid, so that's something to be aware about. Then after summer, that's hurricane season. So during the summer and hurricane season, it rains almost every single day for like 20 minutes to an hour. So nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you about pollen season, which we're in. That happens every single spring. You don't even want to look at my car. It is horrible. But if you're parking outside during pollen season, you're going to have to get a car membership right away because you don't want to be driving in that. And a lot of people get allergies during this time of year. So weather can always be a little unpredictable. So be aware of the humidity, of hurricane season, of pollen season. A big one is all of the development that's happening, not only just in downtown Savannah, but on the outskirts. So we're seeing a lot of stuff coming up in Pooler. We're seeing a lot of stuff come up in Richmond Hill. There was just a huge Hyundai plant being built in Pembroke that's going to be so big and bringing so many different people into Savannah, which is going to create more jobs and more development over time. So that's one thing that's really cool about Savannah, is that there is always something new popping up just because more people are moving here and wanting to start businesses. Lastly, Savannah has a huge boat scene here. Savannah has beautiful marshes throughout, goes into the ocean. And the weather is so beautiful here in the spring, summer, and fall. So people want to go on boats. They go to Defusky Island. They go to Little Tybee. They go to Wassaw Island. There are so many different places you can go to, but only by boat, which is why Savannah has a huge boat scene here. So if you are a boat person, I think I found your place in Savannah because everybody is always out on the boat, always having a grand old time. I hope this video helped. Bye!